Most of us neurodivergent parents have experienced the after-school explosion. We know exactly how challenging it can be. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why it happens and, more importantly, how you can stop that explosion happening when your child comes out of school. Quick introduction to me. My name's Jennifer. I'm a neurodivergent mum, ADHD specialist, and I support families to have calmer homes. So let's talk about one of the hardest things to deal with, I think, that after-school explosion. Many of you will know it as the Coke bottle effect. And basically what has happened is our children have been shaken up all day. Just like somebody shaking a Coke bottle, they've been shaken up and now they've been handed to you, and because you are their parent, because they feel safe with you, you have released the cap on that Coke bottle and it has exploded all over the place. The trick is, just like a Coke bottle, where we know that once we've shaken it, if we leave it to settle for a bit, we can stop that explosion. We can do the same with our children and we can support them. The first thing that's really important to understand is why this happens and to change our mindset in terms of dealing with it. We may be very focused on the behaviours that we're witnessing in that moment, but we need to take a step back from that and look at what's led to our child coming out of school in this way. And for our neurodivergent children, they will have been experiencing challenges all day. That may be challenges to focus, challenges to sit still, social challenges, just a social battery of being around people, even if they enjoy being around friends, that social battery, that intensity of being around friends for that entire period with no break time from that, because bear in mind lunchtime, they're still in that social experience as well. That might be part of it. The learning might be a challenge in itself. There's a whole range of challenges that our neurodivergent children experience when they're in school. And when they come out of school, they held that together. For many of them, they've really held that together. The degree of masking will really vary. And even if it doesn't look to a teacher that that child has held it together, that's what they have been doing. Or they've been finding ways to cope. So the class clown, as they're often known, that may be a coping mechanism. All of these factors factor into how a child needs to release when they come out of that experience. So this explosion, it's not bad behaviour. They may declare they hate you. They may take it all out on you. And as a parent, that can be so hard to deal with. But it is this experience, this build-up of pressure, this build-up of things they've had to cope with during the day, and all of a sudden it needs releasing. When we understand that, and we understand that there is some genuine reasons for our children to be frustrated, to have pent-up energy, to have experiences that they need to just get out and release, when we understand that, then we can be in a better place to support them, which means that in the long run, the explosion will reduce. We'll find other ways to channel that. And this is how we're going to do that. This is the crucial bit. This is the things we need to do. Firstly, mindset change. We need as parents to be utterly focused at the point at which we collect them from school or they arrive home, depending on their age. We need to be totally focused on them and what they need in that time. Now, for some of us, that will be literally that they need time with us. For some of us, it'll be that they need time away from us. But there needs to be a window where we know that the priority is meeting their needs. There is no one kind of ADHD magic. This is the one. They're all going to have different experiences and they're all going to need different things. But the key is that we've got this window where we know they need to release pressure. We've found their way, and there may be some trial and error involved here. We've found the way that works for them. And often that's not going to come from telling them either. It's going to come from putting opportunities in front of them and seeing which one works and then leaning into the one that works. But make sure that you've got yourself time and that as a parent, mentally, you've prepared for that. And that was one of the things I found the most challenging was often I was coming out of working from home and thinking, oh, I'll go and pick them up from school and I'll go back to working from home. And actually I had to mentally get out of that feeling that I would have any more time for me once they got home, that I had to be focused on them at least until later on in the evening as they got older. So thinking about that window, how we make sure that we're meeting their needs and we're giving them that time to sort of decompress. The next thing to be really thinking about is making sure they've got food and drink. They've probably not had a break since lunchtime. Many of our children don't eat or drink properly when they're in school, but also their energy is just going to be depleted. They're going to need something to sustain them at that point, whether that's meeting them at school with something, getting something as soon as they get home. But having snacks and things available quickly, knowing you've got something that they like, a drink that you can get into them. From many of our children, they won't drink when they're in school, making sure that you've got that ready, prepared, and for them as soon as they get home. Again, whether that's offering you doing it or creating like a snack station that they can go and help themselves to a variety of things from. Another mindset thing, it can be so common as parents, and I've been here too. We want to know how our children's day was. We want to ask them questions. What did you learn? What did you do today? We want to know all of the things about their day. They have had pressure on them all day. They do not need the pressure of our desire to understand or know about their day. And I know that comes from love. I know it comes from having missed your child during the day. I know it comes from wanting to connect with them, all of the things, but we have to stand back as parents. Make sure that we've somehow built into the evening a way that we can reconnect. Just going and sitting by the side of them, allowing them time where they know they've got our full attention if they do want to come and talk to us. And what will really help with that, with making sure that our children feel safe, they know that they can come and talk to us as and when they need to, they know they can get the food and drink they need, the quiet, the movement, whatever it is they need. Predictable evening routines is really important so that children know what to expect. Their day has been very much out of their control, so giving them some things that are within their control in the evening is really helpful, rather than a predictable routine, which is that you will do this at this time, you'll do your music practice at this time, you'll do your homework at this time. Sometimes that will help. For some children, that'll be very much what they need. Others will need a little bit more autonomy. Some will find that homework is just too much after a day at school. They will not be able to do it. Others, after a bit of a rest, a decompression, will be able to go into doing homework or other evening activities. Again, that's about judging for your child, what works for your child, but kind of making the evenings predictable. So predictable bedtime routines, predictable dinner times can be really helpful for a child, just to know that they're safe, and also to know when they're going to be able to come to you, have those conversations if they want to do that later on in the evening. And just as a final tip then, just reducing demands. So again, they've had so many demands placed on them during the day. They are exhausted by the time they get home. Minimising demands. Try and avoid arranging activities unless it's something that's led by them that they really want to be doing. And I just want to finish with one key message. If you are the parent who has got your child coming out of school exploding, possibly even saying things to you that you really don't want to hear and can be quite upsetting, your child feels safe with you. Now, I used to get utterly frustrated at people saying to me that I am the safe parent and my child feels safe with me and that's why they do it. And if I have frustrated you by saying that, I apologise. The reason I used to get frustrated was because I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know what the tools and strategies are. And I hope in this video I've given you some tools and strategies that can help you to help your child to reduce that down. But just know that the reason your child is doing this is because they feel safe with you. And the fact that you are even here and listening to this video, and especially that you got this far, means that you are doing the right things. You are learning to support your child. And to continue doing that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. I will be putting out new videos every week. There'll be new hints and tips, which I know will help you. And of course, if you want to work with me directly, there's also details in the description below of how you can do that.